everyone, it's Julie from makeupmagazine.com, and today I'm going to be showing you my 5 most used foundations for summertime. So I was thinking, how can I benefit you with the summer that is coming upon us? And I thought that foundations, 5 most loved foundations for summertime. So why is a foundation varies for me from different times of year? I have a combinational to oily skin, meaning that my T-zone is getting completely messed up during the summer. It produces so much oil, and I don't like blotting a lot during the daytime. A, because I'm so lazy. B, because I kind of forget to do that, and I don't usually look at myself in the mirror while I'm away from home, so I don't even know that I have to do this. So I basically don't know that I'm an oily slick, so yeah, that's gross. Anyways, and C, just because I feel that as you pile up more and more product, you get that cakey look, and it's not cute. And even the best translucent powders, they don't get a good effect for me, except for translucent powders that come in a non-pressed way, in a tub. But come on, I'm not gonna go around with a tub of loose powder and a big huge fluffy brush. That's just not me. So I want foundations to be 3 things during the summer. A, very long living. And what do I mean by long living? I don't mean that I won't be able to take them off in the end of the day, but I do mean that they won't fade away after 2 or 3 hours at my T-zone. Now, my cheeks are quite fine, but my chin is actually very dehydrated and has dry patches. So B, not emphasize my dry patches. And C, I want them to give me a very healthy, glowy look to my skin without looking oily, which is kind of tricky if you have an oily skin type, because dewy on top of oily that produces more oil, it's kind of gross. But I have actually managed to find my top 5 foundations that do all 3 of those things for me, and I wanted to share it with you. So I've divided them according to the finish that they give. So the first one gives a semi-matte finish, meaning it's kind of mattifies your skin, but it doesn't look like a piece of paper, like it looks alive. It doesn't look completely dead and blotted and powdered. So I am talking about the Givenchy Eclat Matissime, and I have the shade 03 Matte Sand. It has an SPF of 20, which is very good, and it seems to be a PA++. I really like the finish of it. It's really light on the skin. You can barely trace it. You really have to look really closely. It gives a very nice finish. It stays on my skin for 7 hours without fading at all. After 8 hours, I did notice some fading around my nose and around my forehead area, but overall, if I do powder after 7 hours, it will stay around, which is pretty amazing. So really like that, and it has quite a great coverage too. So if you have redness, rosacea, blemishes, things like that, you will have to use just the minimal amount of concealer, which is great. Now, the next one has been a love of mine for a long time, and I've probably mentioned it previously, but you'll bear with me, and I'm talking about the Your Nude. I am talking about the new formula because I finished all my previous bottles, and this is, as I said, the Your Nude. I have the shade 020, which is pretty yellow. I think the 22 is a little bit more on the neutral, rosy side of things, so maybe I'll try that one. This one gives a very natural finish. Compared to this one, this is more matte, this is more natural. It will allow some sheen to peek through, and you will be able to see your actual skin peeking through it, which is lovely. It has a decent amount of coverage. You can build it up. I think after about 2 layers of this one, you get to the amount of coverage that you get with only 1 layer of this one. But if you don't have major issues, that should be enough. And yeah, nothing much to say about it, just a great overall foundation. Next, I have a love of my life, and seriously, I've fallen completely in love with it. I cannot use this shade because it's too light for me, and I am talking about Le Chantecaille by YSL. This is the foundation version of their infamous highlighting pen. I have the shade B10, which is the lightest one, and I bought it during the colder month when I didn't have any kind of color to my skin. I was ghostly white. I really love this foundation. I feel that it gives a very luminous finish without looking oily. It survives on my skin for 8 hours without fading. After 9 hours, if you didn't blot, it will begin to fade at your oilier zones, but hey, which foundation doesn't, right? I really like the finish. It's really luminous. It gives the effect as if your skin is glowing from within, and I know it's a cliche and everyone says it, but it's true. It really does that. I also feel that this coverage is buildable, and I feel that it's buildable in a more nice way than the Your Nude, just because this one builds up seamlessly. You won't get that cakey feeling, while if you pile up this one, you can get a little bit cakey. So overall, great foundation. I need to repurchase in a different shade that suits me during my summer months, but yeah, it's a winner. I would recommend anyone to go and try it, except if you have extremely oily skin, and then I don't know if this finish is for you, but if you have combo to oily or even dry, this is a great solution, seriously. And the fourth one is actually a new love that I found. It's not as big love as this one, but it's quite a nice foundation. I wanted to share it with you. I haven't reviewed it yet, but I will have it on my blog really soon, so you can check it out here. I'm talking about the MAC Mineralized foundation. This is their new formula that they launched a couple of months back. This is not for oily skin. Seriously, if you have dry to normal to maybe a little bit of combo, you can pull it up. If you have combo oily skin like I do, then you will have to powder your T-zone or whichever oily areas you have, because this will add up a lot of dewiness and you might look like an oily slick if you don't powder. But if you're not sweating, if you don't have a really extremely oily skin, then this gives the most incredible dewy finish. This is amazing, I think, for models, for runways, for photo shoots. It looks incredible, gorgeous. It stays on your face impressively, actually. I don't remember. I think 6 hours for sure, maybe 7. I don't remember. I need to try it out again for a long period of time. It's really nice. I have the shade NC15 as all my MAC foundations, and I feel that this one is the best foundation MAC has ever come up with up till now. As you know, I'm not a big fan of MAC's foundations, but this one is a winner. If you have dry skin, go out and buy it. If you have normal skin, go out and buy it. If you have combo skin, maybe take a sample, see how it goes, especially during the summer months. But what's amazing about that, it doesn't have a lot of coverage, but if you just want a little bit of glowiness to go out to the poolside and you have some waterproof mascara and maybe a lip balm, this is your best friend. Seriously, it's amazing. The final product I want to share with you, the final foundation, is in a different form. I felt that I cannot share only liquid foundations because there's a big part of mineral foundations, powder foundations on the market, and people that love them for summertime just because they're so easy. They give a lovely, dewy, fresh finish, and I have one that I'm completely in love with since last summer. As you probably know, this is the Laura Mercier mineral powder. I have the shade Real Sand, which was a bit dark for me, but now it's perfect, and I'm loving this. It gives a very nice finish. You can apply it over another foundation, like you can apply, let's say, this one, and for a little bit extra glowiness, this one on top of it. As more as you buff it into your skin, the more glowy and radiant it gives. It looks on top of your skin. It wears out on my skin on the most oiliest parts for 5 hours without blotting, without reapplying, without anything. After 6 hours, 6 to 6.5 hours, it's practically gone, but hey, it's powder and it's so easy to reapply, and it's so easy to reapply blotting powder on top of this one. And the great thing is it has sheer to medium coverage, I would say, if you really build it up well or if you use it wet. And it has an amazing finish. Seriously, the finish is what bought me. So yeah. Anyway guys, these were my 5 top foundations for summertime. I hope it helped you, and if you want, please share with me below in the comments what are your most loved foundations for summertime. Bye!